Hey, live on Pat Soundbites IGTV, soon to be Squid TV. Super excited. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio, WBXO, and on video. And you can find it all on all my socials. And I have a great friend in the house tonight. So excited for this killer blues rocker that's getting ready to go on tour in Europe. My good friend, Katie Henry. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, and she's got the songs, and she has signed. Now I always say this wrong, Katie. Is it Ruf Records? Is it Ruf Records? Ruf, right?
It's Ruf, actually, but
Ruf, right?
Yeah, Ruf.
I know. Ira's always tell me, no, you said it wrong. I'm like, it's all
same
good.
thing.
And I got to get out of the way. I love this picture. This picture says it all there. You're smiling. You're laughing, and you got the song and the video on my way. And Lord knows you are definitely on your way. And I am just so happy. Nowhere Fast. You were caught up in a little, with this, your great CD, High Road. And you got to come to WBXO and play a couple of tracks. And I look at the tracks, Nowhere Fast, and things are happening, man. How are you? Look great. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm just so happy to talk to you and celebrate this because you've been such a big part of this journey. I mean, you were one of the first people to really be impacted and reach out to me of High Road. And since then, it's just been such a great journey. So to celebrate it with you and to just be excited, it just feels so good.
I said, I got to reach out to her. I can't get the smile off my face. The hard work pays, and, to see you go out and perform. We saw you at the Falcon. And then you came to our radio station, and it's a great feeling, even though it's got really nothing to do with me. But it's great to know that I know somebody who's really got the attention and going to Europe. I know you. I mean, you toured in California about a year and a half ago, and you've done some festivals recently, and you do some shows still out in New Jersey in the Northeast, but. To get that phone call. How's everybody? How are you, your family with this whole COVID thing? Everybody been okay for the most part?
Yeah, luckily, thankfully, we've been good. And I know it's been tough, but I'm definitely grateful that we did get to do that California run right before the pandemic hit. And so that was great, especially the people. I had two East Coast fans come out, join me in California, which was really amazing. And they said that memory kept them going throughout the year, and you just kind of like think back on the memories of traveling. And so it was really nice to have that, and now to be coming out the other end and to travel, period, let alone to Europe, is just, I'm just so excited. Yeah.
And if you follow the track of everyone that that label, because I come to say it wrong again, Ruf, that have done the Blues Caravan, have all done a terrific job. I mean, I can remember, and I just have the names in front of me before, of just following them. I love that idea of what they do to create the exposure, even though they're based out of Germany. It just works out for somebody like you to have that opportunity. It's a home run, whether it works or it doesn't work out. That you get the exposure, you get to play in front of a new fan and grow a new fan base and sell more your records and your CDs and what have you.
And Eddie 9V and Ghalia Volt, who I'll be touring with. It's just great to be surrounded by other blues artists, and we have a lot in common. And we actually met and filmed that video in August. So we were in Mississippi, and that's actually where the picture behind you was taken. It was in Mississippi, and that was my first time there as well. And I just feel like it was such a cool experience because I never thought that I would ever go to Mississippi. So to just take that all in, the music history of it all, it was just, this whole opportunity is just opening me up as a musician in incredible ways.
I love it. Listening to you, like I said, I can't get a smile off my face, and I can't wait to go to this album release party show down at the Stanhope House on Friday, January 21st at 6:30. If I got to take a snowmobile, I definitely got to go down. Did you write? I mean, well, let's start from the beginning. So you got a phone call and said, "Hey, are you interested?" And you're like, "Okay, is this Ann? What's our buddy's name?"
Ira.
No, no, not Ira. You're a
Oh.
bass player.
Oh, Antar.
Antoine going, and you're going, come on. Okay, hang up now. You're going
Let's be
places,
real.
girl. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was an email actually, but it was a back and forth, and it was conversations about booking a show so that Thomas could come over and see the show and in the States. And that was all before like the last show possible actually was like March 14th. Technically it shouldn't have even have still been open, but it was a venue in like a rural area, so they stayed open thankfully that weekend. Thomas was on the last flight over that was possible before the flights were all canceled. So I hype that up because I just really feel like the stars aligned for that show to happen, and we were in communication after that point.
So Thomas Ruf, right? Ruf
Yep.
of Ruf Records flies out from Germany, comes all the way out to New Jersey or somewhere to see
Yep.
you. And at the end of the show, he says, I got to sign you.
He was just excited and happy. I actually have a picture. I need to send it to him again just to show him like the expressions on our faces after the show were just so uplifted. It was just that when you meet a person and you know that that's what you're looking for, like we hit it off.
That is so cool. And then the rest is history. Did you wrote On My Way, or did they help you with it? Or
Antar and I write everything. So yeah, that was fun. That riff, it started off with that introductory riff and then just the melody, and I was singing along, and yeah, On My Way just came out. And then, in the middle of the pandemic and just my music journey up to this point, it's just, I was really just looking for perseverance, motivation to just, yes, things feel like they stop, but they don't stop. There is a way to keep going, and to channel that is really what the song is for me.
Did you write it before you met Thomas and before the conversation? Like, did you put this in your mind to go, this could be my opportunity. I could be on my way. I mean, so relevant. No, it really is.
Yeah, no, it's just like coincidence that it panned out like that, because it was being written before we were talking to him.
I mean, that's crazy. I've been asking more and more songwriters, is songwriting therapeutic for you? And you kind of just said it, like, I got this idea and I hear a riff and I just go and use it as an expression. And crazy people like myself, we interpret music. I interpret music. I'm a lyric guy. I want to hear the message. I try to figure it out. Yeah. As you know, when I'm at the radio station driving you crazy, what's this mean? What's that mean? But it's up to the listener how they interpret it, and if whatever it is, whatever it is. But yeah, from Nowhere Fast to Nothing to Lose and Taking the High Road. And I think my favorite is still either Roll Away or Takes a Lot is a great track. And now to see you. So are we working on an EP? We working on an album? What's the game plan? Can you share something with us?
Yes. So there will be an album January 28th. It'll be digitally worldwide. So it's a worldwide release is, again, very, very exciting. And another single will be out in the beginning of January. I don't know the exact day. Otherwise, maybe I would even share that too. But okay. I'll be announcing that soon. So there's another single on the way, and then more songs where that came from. January 28th.
10 tracks, about 10 tracks, 8 tracks.
Yep, 10 tracks recorded in Brooklyn. With Ben Rice was producing it, and he does a lot of work with Valerie June, who is really popular right now in like the Americana world. So I feel there's a wide range of songs. So On My Way is definitely a blues rock number. So it goes from that to like a ballad to you'll hear it, and kind of like High Road, you could hear so many different genres in it. And to me, it's just the song and how it connects with me, and then when you put it all together, then that's the album. So.
I love it. I mean, the High Road produced by the killer John Ginty is like, wow. I mean, that's like getting John to get his ear and sit down. And sadly we've all lost Ben Elliott in the last year or two, and I'm sure that had to be a great experience to work with Ben.
Yeah, I just feel so lucky again to have had that opportunity, and Showplay Studios really had that old school vibe to it, where I really, and on top of it, Ben, like he gave me so much knowledge and of music history, and I just feel like I was lucky to experience that before it it stopped.
So this is what a great time for you. This is really cool. So I'm looking for. So now we got January. I got to mark on my calendar. Another single coming out. I mean, I can't get the smile off my face. I'm kind of speechless. I'm looking forward to talking to you, and I'm going, my goodness. What was the reaction of your family? Were they like, is this really happening?
Yeah, no, there's been one time. I mean, when I got the news that I would play at Bluesapalooza, which was an incredible festival in Mammoth Lakes, California, which if you haven't been to Mammoth Lakes, definitely put that on the radar because it's just gorgeous, just mountains. And so when we went out there, when I got the news that we would play there, and I was like, Mom and Dad, I have some news for you. And they looked worried. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like their maybe paternal instinct is like, what's the bad news? Like, what do I need to prep myself for? And I was like, no. Like, this is great. And then I told them, and then I think it still took them a while to be like, oh, this is great. And then, we eventually celebrated it. And I felt the same way with this news where it's like, there is an element of like, is this really?
Yeah, you pinch yourself moment going, is this really happening? I know you did a bunch of shows. You did a couple of festivals. I had here 48 Festival. Well, I know one had Grace Potter. I don't know if it got canceled. It got canceled, right?
It got canceled, of course, in the 2020, but this past year it was rescheduled for early September this year, and it was so much fun. I met Grace.
Oh, that was my next question. You met Grace?
So we were in like the cafeteria area, and I was wondering because it's the artist cafeteria, so the odds of bumping into her were possible. And mind you, I need to disclaimer here that I've been a huge fan of Grace for a long time, since high school. I mean, her song Low Road, coincidentally, I know that I'm high road, she's low road, but that song I sang along to all the time, in my late teen, early 20s, and she's just been so impactful. So to have her name on that lineup was a thrill. And when we were in the cafeteria, it was like really early, we were eating breakfast, and I recognized someone in her band, but then I wasn't sure, and I was like, oh no, why would they be here at 8 o'clock? Like, her set isn't until 10 p.m. tonight. Like, that's not true. And then she comes out, but she's all like in comfy clothes, just like not the Grace that you see usually. And it was just amazing to see her in that setting. And then I was like nervous, but I was with Antar, and he was like, he called her over.
Yeah, you gotta do this. You gotta do this.
I just didn't want to disturb her or anything, right. But she was so sweet, and she just said, like,
you got a picture? You take a picture?
Oh no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, she probably wasn't in the
exactly. It was more of a casual thing.
You tap her on the shoulder, and she
took her hand.
And you're not going to believe this, but I've been a fan. Did she give you any words of encouragement? I mean, did she watch your show? Did you see her on the side, or?
No, unfortunately not. And that was actually like a rainy day, so some of the sets were canceled. Mine wasn't, but there was less people outside because it was more of an overcast. We played 2 sets, one on the Saturday and one on the Sunday, and her set was on Sunday. So it was like a rainy, overcast day. But now she just made a joke like, oh, well, looks like I'm gonna take a nap, because I think they were piecing together that her set was not going to be on until like way later in the night, and it was just like a rainy, overcast day. But then meanwhile, I follow her online, and then I saw her post a video of her walking around on the like foggy, because it was on the top of a mountain in West Virginia, and it was so foggy you couldn't see anything, and she was like taking a walk in it and saying like, this is the real mountain experience. And I was like, oh, I'm there, right, like in the same proximity. And then I got to see her set, and it was amazing. And yeah, I'll never forget that.
I would love to see her in Vermont, right in her hometown, and check that out. Yeah, when I saw that, I said, I know you got to be in like, oh my goodness, this would be really cool. I am so happy for you. That's cool. Cross that off the bucket list. Maybe you can open for Grace. Hopefully we'll share this with Thomas and Ira and go knock on some doors, open for Samantha Fish or other Ruf Records clients that are out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joanna Shaw Taylor was one who did the Blues Caravan, who's just had such an incredible career, and I look up to her as well. But yeah,
I just watched her open. She was with the Allman Brothers guy, Allman Revival, I should say. Devin Allman and Dwayne. They're at I think they're at the Beacon tonight with Eric Gales. Wow. And I had an interview with her, but out of the blue, I don't know what happened, but it kind of got canceled. But you know, that's the way it goes. But I'll definitely track her down. I got to hang out with Anna Popovic, which was really cool. You
Nice.
want to see a guitar player? Like, oh my god, it heals. I'm like, who's doing this? But she is incredible.
Yeah, I heard she shreds. Like I haven't seen her yet, so or met
Oh,
her,
you
but hopefully one day.
you'll be pals. What are you kidding me? You'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, Pat, I know Anna. It's no big deal. So doing the video, I mean, how exciting was it to do the video? A long day, do this, do that. How cool.
Yeah, it was so fun. And yeah, it was shot in Hoboken, New Jersey. And yeah, it was so funny too, because I don't know if you got to see the new Get Back Beatles documentary, but I've
I
been
have
loving
not
it.
yet.
Okay, highly recommend. And it's leading up to their rooftop performance. And I just thought that was so funny because I was watching that right when the video came out. And my favorite part of this On My Way video is the rooftop part, because just like the symbolism of making it to the roof and then for the Beatles to be playing on the roof, it was a cool connection there. And yeah, I think that the video does a good job at representing the song.
I think it does a great job. It's so very polished, very clean, and it's simple, and you can see the message, and you're having a blast. And is Antar and company going with you across the pond? Going to be in the
Not
van?
this time, but the hope is that we go back over there together. And I know that they do some caravan dates in the States. So I think when it's in the States that Antar will be playing bass.
I know. I saw him on Instagram and said, "Oh my God, he was going to Prague or something with Bruce Katz." And I said, "Dude, good for you." And he was like, "This is crazy." I think he was, I think it was Prague or something.
Yeah.
Bruce is incredible. I mean, here's another guy. Just the stories, you know. Here's a guy that was part of the Allman Brothers. I mean, you know. And his audition was go to the Beacon Theater that night and just play with Greg on the sound check and go, okay, you're good. I was like, really? It was that easy? So I guess he had a blast. I didn't, it's hard to, you know, when you get to like, I'm not bragging, you get to 100 or 1,000 people and you see posts like the next day. And I caught his post. I think he was at the airport and he answered me. He was all excited. So good for him.
Apparently Prague is just a beautiful place. So that's definitely on my list now. And yeah, they just had a great time. They did like a short run, like it was a week he was gone, but apparently it was just really fun. Lots of blues players out there. And Giles Robson is he plays harmonica, and he actually, here's another little teaser, is that he plays harmonica on one of the songs that will be on the album coming out January.
Nice. You get can you throw in any other surprise guests on the album? Can you
that's actually it. But
okay. Well, Antar had to get a bottle of champagne and throw you in the air and go, oh my goodness. Talk about somebody that had to be really happy for you and excited for you.
Yeah, because we've definitely just been giving it our all together these past couple of years, and it really does take a team of people to do it. It's not just, you know, me waving a wand and here we go. It's a lot of commitment, and I'm just lucky that I've met people like you who believe in it, and like him who also believe in it enough to see it through. And yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Well, we got to get, once things settle down, and I know you got an exciting year coming up and hook up with you in Jersey. I can't wait to get you up here in New York and get you back at the Falcon or even Daryl's house or whatever it's got to take. Where are you, Ira? I'm all ears, man. I'll sell her merchandise. I'll do whatever it takes, because Katie Henry is on her way. And if you don't have High Road, you need to go purchase that first, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because I think on WBXO, I know Gene put like 4 of the tracks on our rotation for quite some time, which is really good. And certainly looking forward to adding On My Way. And you can go to katiehenrymusic.com. Her website, you can check out all about Katie on her upcoming tour dates, a couple of dates I want to say in New Jersey before she gets over across the big pond, and she's on Facebook and Instagram and all that. Oh my God, Katie, I am just so happy. And save a seat for me down at the Stanhope House on Friday, January 21st at 6:30. The album release. Do we have a title for the album? Or you can't?
It's
Don't get yourself in a jam. Don't get yourself in a jam. You can't share with me. That's fine. You got it. Look, you're making it. You got to follow the rules. You got to follow. We need Ira. We need merchandise. I got Walter Trout's shirt on here. Another great
You're
guy.
right.
You know, when he comes to Daryl's house, he always says about the great appetizer. Get calamari and have trout for entree. So, you know, I can't wait. Katie,
yeah, merch is next. But no, thank you so much for having me. And this is just, it means so much to me to be able to just process all of it with you and celebrate it with you, and tell Gene I say hi to, because he always sends me kind messages online, and WBXO is just my favorite radio station. So
yeah, we love that. Well, I can't wait to see you soon and get a big hug and see Antar and everybody. And it's going to be a blast. Sweetheart, have a great Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and soak it on in. Take a lot of pictures, so when you get to be a dinosaur like me, you can always look back and go, you know, this is the road, the path that I took, and really take it on in and enjoy every step of the way. You worked hard. Hard work always pays, but you got to have the products, and you got the products. And you are certainly on your way. I'm lost on my way. Katie Henry on Pat Soundbites Unplugged. Go check her out. Congratulations to Katie signing with Ruf Records. Love that label. Love Patty. Love Ira. And we can't wait for more. Go check it out. And as I said, KatieHenryMusic.com. Love ya.
Love you too. See you next time.